Wait, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Sing the ABCs for me.
Like the whole thing?
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. No? Hello.
Oh,
Happy Thanksgiving.
My God. Oh, yeah. It'll be
It's not Thanksgiving today. But
it'll be Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like in the
when
future.
the episode drops.
Happy Thanksgiving.
God, I wonder how many family fights are going to occur.
Yeah, so if you're avoiding that this Thanksgiving, welcome to the Let Me Know podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Caroline. Can we have a minute?
Of course we can.
Can we have a minute? Okay. I'd like everybody to take a moment of silence. Thank you. I just really wanted to hold space for this podcast episode. And I hope that the listeners and the watchers on YouTube, I hope that you really take a moment to hold space.
I didn't know that was happening. Thank you. But what I did know is happening is that your boobs are famous. Congratulations, by the way. 8 years later.
Thank you.
Right?
9.
9 years later.
9 years later. These boobs have aged, but they've only become more famous.
Like a fine wine.
Yeah. I like to call them the Zaza Gabor of boobs.
Oh, perfect.
I
wasn't aware.
They only get better as they get older. But yeah, my boobs are famous.
Yeah, tell us about the video, and then we can talk about the recent rebranding they've decided to take.
So almost a decade ago, when I was young and stars in my eyes and dreams of, being an artist, I booked a role through my agent in a little music video. And this music video, I played the groundbreaking role of sexy Asian nurse.
Oh, did they have that specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sexy Asian, not to be confused with sexy nurse.
Right.
Sexy Asian nurse.
Right.
So, anywho, did this little music video. Years later, I find myself an internet person, an internet creator. And as you do with the internet, you pull up things that are funny.
You have a lot of old videos. Like my old videos are just like kind of weird little videos that me and my friends made in high school. Like you've got some lore. You've got good stuff.
I have some real deep lore.
You have deep lore.
Yeah, that is the path of an artist.
And this video is good deep lore.
So I, with my community on Twitch, we watched this video and we laughed, we cried, we died, me died a little bit inside. And then a year and a half after that was when you and Cutie Cinderella discovered this video.
Yes, this was maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was recent.
Cutie called me and there I was minding my own business, and she calls me and she says, have you seen Caroline's music video? And at this point, there's been a couple situations I've been in where somebody has said, have you seen Caroline in XYZ?
This.
It was, what was the Chicago PD or whatever? There was Chicago PD. Mm-hmm. There was Lucifer, right? It's like, did you see the scene of Caroline and Lucifer? No? Okay, fine, pull it up. So this time it was, have you seen Caroline's music video? And it's kind of like, you know what? All right, give it to me.
Because now you know to expect something great.
Yes.
So you guys watched this.
Yes.
And then today I saw that one of my moderators in my community had tagged me in a screenshot of this almost 10-year-old music video. Mm-hmm. And they have updated the thumbnail and the title of the music video.
So do you remember what the thumbnail was before?
The thumbnail wasn't
it just like him and then the background people?
Yeah, I think it was.
It's a music video where there's a guy dancing.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to hear you describe this.
Yes, I'm gonna tell what it is. It's a guy and he's dancing in a
clinic
where there's a bunch of sexy nurses. Is there old people, or am I making
there are
that
old
up?
people.
There's old people.
It's a sexual healing clinic. Please
Sexual healing.
Don't forget that
clinic. No, you're right. I don't know why I would have forgotten that. And the video is a bunch of nurses dancing, sexy nurses. You are one of the nurses that is dancing. And then the video ends with you opening a door, and on the door it says happy endings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it says that.
Yes.
And the rest is up to the imagination of the viewer.
Yes. And so the thumbnail before, I believe, was just him dancing with people in the background.
I think so.
And then the title was just the title of it, whatever it is. But now, what is the thumbnail now?
But now the thumbnail is a close-up shot of my breasts.
And that's all it is.
Of my bosom.
It's not your face. It's not anything happening in the background. It is only your boobs. They cropped it to...
Yeah.
And then they added a little flair to the title.
The title is no longer, as you would think, makes sense, the title of the song. It's now the title of the song featuring Caroline Kwan's happy ending. Like, my name is in the title now because I'm the most famous person from this music video.
Yeah, that's gross. That's
9 years later.
Yeah.
9 years later on this music video that, again, I think 99% of the views have come in recently.
That's crazy. Are you gonna...
They're doing internet things.
Are you gonna complain? Or just ride it out?
I'm gonna be like Drake and I'm filing a lawsuit.
Yeah, you should just do that. You're gonna teach me about what's happening with Drake.
Okay.
But first...
It's a new development.
But we took a trip together to North Carolina.
Now, we both went to North Carolina, and you specifically were like, we're not going to see each other there.
We did. We went to North Carolina.
We could only see each other in the state that
together,
we reside.
but separately. Yeah. So we were in a different state across the entire country together.
We were in the same state, different state from where we live.
And I told her, she was like, oh, maybe we can meet up. And I said,
no.
I said,
yeah.
I really did. I shut you down. I said, it's like I see you here all the time, so I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's fine. It's whatever.
It's all good.
I went there for my boyfriend Will's parents' 50th anniversary. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, of course.
Do I look 14?
No. Is that a trick question? Should I have said yes?
You're
glowing. I don't know.
What? So I don't look like I am maybe a 14-year-old piano prodigy from China.
Not with the boobs that I saw on the thumbnail.
Okay, yeah, those boobs. Anyway, the reason I'm asking you this question is because at this party, where, as you can guess, his parents spend, it's their 50th wedding anniversary.
Right.
Everyone there is minimum Social Security age.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like, some people are almost 100.
Right. They're collecting.
They're
looking at collecting.
Yeah.
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 Or collecting on their spouse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, some people are on marriage number 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Because their spouses have died.
Yes. They've collected and then they're distributing. They're redistributing.
So at this party, there was a 14-year-old piano prodigy from China who was going to be performing.
Right.
Okay. And I finished getting ready. I go down into where like everybody is, which...
Wait, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Was that the entertainment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So they were like, oh, okay, wedding anniversary. What are we going to get for the entertainment? 14-year-old Chinese prodigy.
Piano prodigy from China.
Okay.
Yeah. She was great.
Did she fly from China to perform at this?
She lives there.
Okay.
Like with her aunt and uncle.
Right. In the venue.
She lives in the piano.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not allowed to leave.
No. Open the top and she comes out like a jack in a box.
She gets to bathroom breaks every 2 hours.
Yeah.
But that's it. Then back in the piano.
I don't even pee every 2 hours.
Yeah, that's generous.
Yeah. Well, I don't hydrate that much. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway,
I was curious about the logistics of where the
I
child
understand.
was.
I understand.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting people at the party. Some people I had already known from previous visits. And I'm talking to like some neighbors or whatever. And I see this old white guy.
Okay.
Looks at me and he goes,
I already know where this is going.
and I forgot about the piano prodigy, the 14-year-old piano prodigy. So I was just like, what the fuck?
Did you think he was
motion?
like doing some sort of little like
I don't know.
Old guys do weird things.
They do weird things.
Yeah.
So he just
He's like
looks at
witchy
me
hands.
and is doing that. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. And he points at me and he does it again. He did it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I go, I'm sorry, I don't speak whatever the fuck
White
language,
person.
old white guy
old white
language
man.
this is. I was like, is this stocks? I don't know. Is the stock market doing well? Great. Nvidia? I don't know.
Okay.
So he goes, you're the piano player.
Okay. And you're like, yes, that's me.
And I went, oh, no. And I see her across the room, and she looks like a 14-year-old
right.
piano prodigy from China. I go, no, that's her. I said,
You're like, believe it, there's actually 2 of us or maybe more.
I said, but I'm not the prodigy here tonight. I'm just half Chinese.
And he goes, how?
I just happen to be the other Asian girl who's here.
Did he? What was he like? Ashamed or?
No.
He was just like,
Of course.
huh?
He was confused.
He probably still doesn't understand.
He was very confused.
He's like, wait, if you're standing right here, then
I tell this story to
who's flickering the lights?
Then who's flickering? Then who's playing the piano right now?
And he's like, how?
It just breaks his brain. He dies right then and there.
His wife is like, yippee.
Oh my God. So I tell this story to Will's family later on in the night whenever it's debriefing. And half the family members were like, wait, I don't understand. Why would he think? I'm like,
It's one thing when racism happens. It's another thing when you have to explain what happened. Because then you're like, is it racist that you don't know what happened, or is it racist that you...
It was hysterical. And then Will's mom was like, oh my God, now you have a story to tell on your podcast.
You're like, oh.
And I went, you know what, Julie? You're right. I do. But then they were trying to figure out who it was, and they were like, who was it? And I said, I don't know, he was some old white guy. So I can't tell them apart.
I love that. What if he just like wasn't invited and he was just there? Like he just wandered in, like made like a racist assessment and then left.
14-year-old piano prodigy from China coming to play the piano. But that was, I think, when I finally said I don't know, it was an old white guy and I can't tell him apart type of thing. It clicked in for the other family members. They went,
wait, you can't say that.
They're like, well, hold on a second.
That's mean.
Not all old white guys look the same.
East Coast is really autumn colory.
It is. They have a lot of trees.
Yes, and they change. Like I grew up in Oregon and it's really green there, we get autumn colors, but East Coast, you guys have like, it goes autumn the way that like Halloween movies look.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's like fall on steroids.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I flew in and I was like, whoa. And also North Carolina's like not very expensive to live in. Like
I saw the gas signs. It was like $250.
Yeah, like
$250.
I'm sure that it wasn't like this, but every house I flew over, I was like, damn. And then Brody would like show me the prices of them and I'd be like,
and it's the same price as a crack den in Los Angeles.
Literally, like the rent that I pay here, Brody pays almost exactly the same thing in North Carolina, and he has like a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story
we could
house.
Be living like kings. Have you ever looked up, or not even just in the U.S., have you ever looked up like castles in Europe?
No. Like how much they cost to own?
I was like, so for the for the cost of a 1-bedroom shoebox in a place like New York City, you could have a castle in Scotland.
Can I tell you what I did on the airplane on the way back from North Carolina?
Okay.
Okay, so you're either going to be mad at me or you're going to think it's funny.
Okay.
So Wicked movie come out.
Yep, which
We're going to go see it.
we are going to go see it so we can actually finally talk about
So
it.
next episode, we will
Hopefully
be
we'll have
giving you
seen-
the full breakdown on the Wicked movie. But what I did is I went on Spotify and I looked to see if they had released the soundtrack. And they
Okay.
have. And I listened to the whole soundtrack.
Why would I be mad?
I don't know, because it feels like cheating.
Were you singing it out loud on the plane?
No, but I was really okay.
Okay.
You know when you do the
It is so funny that you're saying that
Yes.
because Will hates most musicals and he is not a theater kid in that
Really?
regard. Yes. Yes. He thinks that most musicals sounds like, well, I'm walking down the street and I got my...
Yeah.
And he's like kind of not wrong.
Yeah.
He was also singing Defying Gravity all weekend long because Wicked is everywhere.
Has he
right?
heard it or did he just hear you sing it?
He knows Defying Gravity because this is what I want to talk about. Okay, how do you feel about people singing in the screenings of Wicked?
That's why I didn't want to go to like the opening night.
Yeah, so
Because I feel like there's a buffer where people are allowed to do that, and I
you're
didn't
not
want to be
no,
there.
You're
for
not
that.
allowed to do that. And
Yeah,
in
you
fact,
shouldn't be allowed to do
In fact,
that.
they are trying to appease the hordes of theater people. I don't even want to call them theater kids because let's be honest, Wicked is one of the most popular musicals of all time.
Yes.
It's not like you're specifically a theater kid if you
No.
love Wicked. Everybody loves Wicked.
Yes,
Everybody loves
it's
Wicked.
like the one.
It's the musical.
Yeah.
So what they've done is starting on Christmas Day, they are going to have screenings across like 1,000 theaters in this country that are specifically sing-along screenings.
No.
Yeah.
Do they have the little bouncing ball that goes like,
Yeah,
we're
probably.
popular?
Yep. And so right now, if you go see a screening of Wicked, there might be a sign because there's signs in a lot of the theaters where it says, please do not sing during this
Oh,
performance.
that's awesome.
And now people are fighting it out online, of course. You
Yes.
have the side of, you can't stop me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing Wicked and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Do you know how excited I was when they
Yeah.
announced this? I'm like, everyone
Yeah.
was. This is like pretending as if you're the only person excited about the Barbie movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This has been a long raging war
Mm-hmm.
of what you are allowed to do.
Right.
Of basically just like, you know what it comes down to? People who think they can act however they want to. I'm going to take a dump right
Yeah.
here if I want to.
I was really excited for Oppenheimer, so I blew up a
You-
bomb in the theater, and everybody was like, "You can't do that." And I was
You're like,
"Why?"
sorry, you can't stop me. I'm
Like,
the biggest.
I'm
the biggest Oppie head.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? Like, I
Okay,
just
I've
wanted
been
to
waiting for
celebrate
this.
it.
I've been waiting for this movie for 60 years.
Exactly. Like, why can't I
me.
enjoy it my way?
I think Wicked. I really do think that this is the final battle, and we've
Yeah.
lost the war. But
Have you seen the choreography clips of the
loathing, unadulterated loathing.
where they're like, dear good Linda, you just
Yep.
and then she like smack. There's like a whole. We've talked about this before. The TikTokification.
Yep.
The dance that they do in that song with the books is viral now, and people are doing
I
that
have seen
dance
that
on
clip
TikTok.
everywhere.
Yep, they know what they're doing. Like the marketing for Wicked is fascinating and should be studied, because not only has it been astronomically more expensive probably than a lot of things we've seen, with exception of maybe like Mario and Barbie.
Yeah.
The Wicked billboards are everywhere, literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And those interviews.
Wait, can we do the what is it? It's yeah. You have
No,
the
no.
nails.
You have to
It's like a
tap
little-
my finger. She does this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't forget to leave space for your subscription. too.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Today is the first Patreon episode. Don't forget to
leave space
leave
in your
space
wallet.
in your
for-
bank account
Mm-hmm.
for the Patreon.
It's
yeah.
powerful.
people rightfully lost their minds over all of these interviews, myself included. I've watched that one in particular.
Almost every other night, you or I will send the other person
new clips.
Something related to a Wicked interview.
Something related to Wicked. It's to the point that people who don't, this is how effective it is. People who are not purposefully paying attention to something like Wicked cannot escape these.
Yep.
And it is the moment.
Yep.
It is the moment. And now people who've seen the movie are like, oh, okay, I understand these interviews now.
Yes. However, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about the movie. Have you?
No, I think more so I've seen people go, okay, they can act as weird as they want in these interviews because Wicked is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am now like kind of dying to see it because
I'm really excited. I was always really excited. And then the marketing got weird with like the Cynthia stuff where I kind of was like, okay, I'm tired of hearing about it. And then it came back and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now I'm nosy again.
I also am obsessed with Jonathan Bailey.
Yeah.
He plays Fiyero.
Women are mourning.
Why? Because he's gay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mourning.
I don't think I've ever seen a man, gay or straight, who just is so sexy.
There is a couple scenes I've seen where Ariana's new boyfriend, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Ethan Slater.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Ariana and SpongeBob are near each other, and then Jonathan will like grab Ariana because it's a scene.
Yeah.
And like if I was dating someone who had to be kissed in front of me by Jonathan Bailey, I would.
It doesn't matter that he's gay.
No,
he
would change them chemically.
Yeah, it would be like being 14 years old in love with Lance Bass from NSYNC again, even though Lance
Did
was,
that happen to you?
That was me. Yeah. That was when I cried when the People magazine cover dropped in Lance Bass. I'm gay.
Wow.
I'm excited for him to move from TV because he really blew up with Bridgerton.
I was going to say I haven't seen Bridgerton, but that's what he's from, right?
Sexy. There's this one scene with Simone Ashley, who plays Kate, his paramour in Bridgerton season 2, I think. And there's this scene, and if you've seen Bridgerton, you know what I'm telling you. You know this scene. But that was a moment where I went, oh, this guy's a fucking star. He is a star. And so it's great to see him move out of TV, like Shonda Rhimes land, into this major movie. But I want to see him I want to see him doing like Paul Mescal type roles. I want to see him doing Andrew Scott.
When your hair is caught on the greenery. Is it? It looks kind of like, I don't think you can see it in any of the cameras, but it's just you're being absorbed.
What are you doing there?
Get out of there, you little silly goose.
Get out of there, you silly.
Silly goose.
Okay, should we talk about the word of the year?
Please. I forgot about demure.
It feels like when your parents finally learn a meme and then they send it to you. They're like, oh my God.
Hawk Tua.
Have you seen this Hawk Tua?
Tell me what they did with demure.
Okay, I mean, it's just the word of the year.
Yeah.
Because it did have a huge moment.
Huge.
It was everywhere.
I was saying it.
Everyone was saying it.
All the time.
It's just that now we've moved past it. So you kind of, I saw the news, dictionary.com releases 2024's word of the year.
I didn't know we did that.
Yeah. Here's some of the other ones.
I was going to say, can you.
The short list.
For this year?
Mm-hmm. Brain rot.
Is that an official word?
Well, the thing is, it's not really it's not singular words. A lot of times it's phrases. A lot of times I feel as if they've been leaning into what
do they go on Urban
is
Dictionary?
Popular on the internet. I think they just have people be like, what are they saying on Twitter and TikTok?
That's true.
So the short list had brain rot, brat, which is another word that I'm like,
I'm going to hate this list, huh?
I want to die. Extreme weather, climate change. Midwest nice.
Midwest nice.
Midwest nice, which I think is very specific type of nice. And it's
Is it like backhanded nice?
relevant to, or it's pertinent to like if you are in the Midwest. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's look it up.
Hold on.
Like to me, a big thing in the Midwest is saying, "Oh, sorry.
Oh, let me scoot past you.
Oh, let me get past you."
Oh, let me scoot past you. Okay, hold on. Let me look this up real quick.
But I don't know. It could be also a passive aggressive thing.
Midwest nice is a term used to describe the polite, friendly, and hospitable nature of people from the Midwestern United States. Is this just Southern hospitality, but for the Midwesterners?
Guess, but it's now the Midwesterners have something.
So
Midwest nice.
What are the West Coasters?
LA hospitality is like, hey, you want a bump?
Yeah, it's like me peeing on you. Like,
and then the last word is weird.
no, I reject that.
You reject that?
That's not what? Oh, is it
Weird. No,
Okay.
it's just weird.
God?
Yeah.
The Republicans took weird from us too,
Yeah.
huh?
Do you remember when that was a moment in the election?
We've had a lot of moments.
There were a lot of those moments.
I will say, I think that the word weird may have been their most effective campaign
Oh, yeah.
tactic.
And then they completely dropped it.
Yep.
It was working.
Yeah, it was.
Worked. It
yeah,
worked.
because if somebody calls you weird, like if I call you a bitch, then you can be like,
You'd be like,
I'm not a bitch. Fuck
yeah.
you. Like it's like so aggressive that you can bite back. But if somebody calls you weird,
there's nothing
it's like,
you can do.
like
And when
Oh.
and trying to defend yourself, you just look weirder. Do you have any words that you would like to
Bring to the
offer
table?
up? Bring to the table
for 2024.
for 2024.
Maybe just like tired.
Yeah, I've got bags, but these are designer.
That's a whole phrase. You're just coming up with quotes.
Or sure, I'm 32 and I don't have kids. What's it to you, freak?
Now you're just rapping. Just coming up with rhymes. Sabrina Carpenter, the only position that I know is CEO.
What's the longest word you know? I'll tell you mine. Nomona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
I just start like floating. Like, whoa.
So the reason I know that is because when I was a kid, I was obsessed with words and I would read the dictionary and I memorized I wanted to know all the longest words and I would memorize the spelling of them. And then I would go around and people would be like, hey, ask me how to spell
that's such like that's just such a.
I didn't have TV. What the fuck did you expect? Okay,
I didn't have TV either. I ran around with sticks.
All right, well, maybe you should have been reading the dictionary.
I ran around with sticks. You know what I did? I would like make potions in jars.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're looking down at me.
I know, and I was over there making like potions out in the backyard.
You got twigs and moss.
I was running around with no shoes on with sticks in the yard.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Sing the ABCs for me.
Like the whole thing?
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. No? You didn't. That's my favorite part. L, M, N, O, P.
They changed it.
No.
Yes, they did. Okay, keep going. L, M, N, O, P.
Q, R, S, T, U, V. No, really? They switched
You're all wrong.
What do you mean?
You're all wrong. Keep going.
I lost track. I have to start over.
All right, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N.
No.
O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V,
I need
W,
to buy a gun.
X, Y, Z. Now I never will forget how to sing the alphabet. That's how they're doing it these days.
I watched someone beat a small child in front of me, and the small child was me.
Yeah, your childhood is dead, baby.
What happened?
What else have they changed? That's
Who
what I'm
did that?
asking. They did.
Is it like the Count? Like from Sesame Street?
Yeah. Yeah, it's changed. It's been changed.
Wait, are they
This
doing
is
that
how
in school?
kids. So apparently LMNOP is too confusing.
That's the
Kids
best
were
part.
But they're failing in school. One reason being LMNOP is confusing because it's said very fast, right? You go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, LMNOP.
So did they think that LMNOP was one letter?
They're confused. I don't know. I'm
Kids are
not 5.
stupid.
But anyway, so there was
That's right. You're 14.
I'm 14. I don't know who it was. Like who.
No, I need names.
911. Excuse me.
There's been a murder.
There's an emergency.
His name is LMNOP.
They changed the alphabet. You know, it makes you wonder what else has changed. I thought about this. Okay, so I grew up Catholic. Mm-hmm. I grew up Catholic, and I went to church every fucking Sunday. Okay, they drill that shit into you.
Yeah.
So even when
just say that.
What do you mean? Okay. Anyway. Oh.
I have a cross tattoo. Do you know that? I got it when I was 18.
No, you don't.
Can I side quest onto?
You have you're a white girl from Oregon with a cross tattoo.
Do you want to see?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, audio or visual listeners.
Visual listeners, I'm going to describe this to you. Okay, I'm going to describe this tattoo.
No, maybe it's on this side. Yep.
It is a cross.
It is morphed because my body has morphed since I was 18.
It's probably
a sideways
4 inches long. One
which
and a half.
Large, to be clear.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just a sideways cross. It was my first tattoo when I was 18 years old. And so
you were like, give me the cross? You walked in?
I had a boyfriend when I was in high school, and he graduated.
Okay, boyfriend haver.
Yeah, well, you know.
Some of us were practicing the piano.
Some of you were memorizing the longest words in the dictionary. And I had a boyfriend when I was in high school, and he graduated. And he went to they have like religious fraternities, so it's like the regular frat houses, and then they have the frat houses.
Thank you, Jesus, for
putting
this
holy water
cheap
in
beer.
their bongs.
Holy water and bongs.
Crazy.
First communion is ecstasy.
So he went to this religious fraternity, and he broke up with me because I was not religious enough.
Oh shit.
So I solved the problem by getting a cross
tattoo.
And then we broke up like a week later anyways.
You know what's so funny? I bet that was probably the 5th one that tattoo artist had done that day. She's like, okay.
And I remember my mom went with me, and I didn't grow up religious, and so like my mom was kind of just like,
wait, you didn't grow up religious?
No, that's
and
the
your
thing.
Mom went with you to get a tattoo. You're like, yeah, I'm getting a cross.
She was like, my parents, like, bless them, have always just been like, you know what, it's your life, as long as you can feed yourself, do whatever you want. And so my mom, I think, was like, this is a canon event, and if I don't let her do this, then it's gonna be like something on her face.
Then she's gonna get pregnant.
Yeah, it's like if she doesn't get this cross tattoo, she's either pregnant or she's going into the K-holes.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. And so yeah, I have a cross tattoo. Yes,
having a cross tattoo.
Yes,
is so random.
Yes, I have an ass tattoo also. Did you know that?
No. Wait.
Okay, I'm not gonna show you
that one.
How
many tattoos do you have?
I have a kiss mark on my ass.
Dude,
yeah.
When I was rebelling, I would like go to KFC and buy a bunch of food and then drive out to the cornfields with my friends.
I'm usually a rule follower, except I have these little weird side quests like getting an ass tattoo and like pissing my pants on salvia.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I'm either like fine or I go and then come back.
When was the first time you got drunk?
I was at an age I was, somewhere between
circa
15 and now.
Okay.
At a legal age, probably.
This is let's just say post 9/11.
Yes, it was post 9/11. Me and my best friend, who is pregnant now. Congrats to her. She's starting a family.
Great.
And I'm talking about my ass tattoo, my gross tattoo. We used to go downstairs and we would steal my dad's Jack Daniels and we would take it upstairs. And I don't know why this happened, but the mixer that we decided to do was Jack Daniels mixed with peach Snapple.
Ew, God.
I don't know why. We thought it was like some fun little concoction. I don't know. It was warm too. So we would mix peach Snapple and Jack Daniels and we would get hammered.
You're just asking to vomit.
Hammered in my room. And like literally so drunk we couldn't walk.
Also in like the span of 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like I think we would sit on the carpet, crisscross applesauce. We would both have like our, I don't know if we were chasing it. Oh, it's like making me feel gross just like talking about it now. I don't know if we would chase it, if we would mix it, but we would just sit crisscross applesauce on the carpet right across from each other, and we weren't drinking while we were doing soming. We were sitting, looking in each other's eyes with the intention of getting fucking hammered.
Right, but that's how it went.
And so
in the
it was
early
like
days.
we'd go back and forth. But my dad, I told him this later, and he's like, I knew it. And I was like, what do you mean? And apparently he was drawing lines on his bottles because he thought somebody was drinking it. And then he would tell my mom, he would be like, see, it's going down. And my mom would be like, oh, you must just be drinking more than you like can remember. And he was like, no, it's not
like,
me.
there's a rat in this house.
And it's drinking my Jack Daniels. Yeah.
So the first time I got drunk was senior year, spring break. And I had done all my college applications. I had done all my auditions for theater programs, went to Mexico. My parents were like the only ones that didn't come with me. So it was 90 people from my high school, but it was families. And anyway, I got drunk for the first time off of, I don't know, we went to one of those 18-year-old clubs.
Yeah,
and we're drinking. I just remember it was very blue.
Yes. Was it an AMF?
Probably.
Adios, motherfucker. I loved those. Yeah. They work.
And I, died.
Yeah.
And the next day, I remember feeling so embarrassed, which years later I've come to realize is the post-drinking hangover anxieties.
Yes. Yep. It's the hangover anxiety and the hangover poops. Yep. Nobody tells you about that.
Nobody tells you about that or taxes.
True.
And you grow up and you learn about both.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, oh my God, everybody's probably talking about me and yada, yada, yada. So I called my parents and I was like, Mom, Dad, it's Caroline. And they're like, yeah, what's like, is everything okay? I said, I have to tell you guys something. Something bad happened. This is how I said it. And they were like, oh my God, you're pregnant. Or, probably that I'd gotten kidnapped in Mexico or something like that.
Right.
And I said, people are going to be talking.
It may be in the paper.
I was like, it probably will be in the Times. And I just need you to hear it from me that I got drunk.
I'm going to have to address the public.
I'm going to have to, I'm working on my speech as we speak. But anyway, yeah, I told my parents this in a very dramatic fashion. And they were like, okay, are you good?
Yeah.
Are you fine? I was like, no.
Did you do anything embarrassing or you just got drunk and assumed?
No, I think I just got really drunk.
Oh, and you just assumed like, surely.
But I am one of those, you can't always tell when I'm drunk. Like I'm just
I don't
really
think
up.
I've been around you when you've been really drunk and you're the same, I'm just drunk.
Louder. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think I'm the same too. I think I'm the same, just drunk. I don't know.
Which I am actually glad for, because I would never want to be someone who transforms completely.
Yes.
When I'm drinking. I would rather just be I'm me, just a little, maybe
amplified,
maybe a little funnier.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more charming.
There's some people that are, like there's a lot of like bad drunks, but there's a type of drunk that's like a moderate drunk that's annoying is people that stop hearing when they're drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people that get really loud and they like
so loud.
They have like one track. And if you try to talk to them, they're just like, wah! Like that drives me crazy.
Yeah. What I have found is when I get cut off, I know how to like bring the story back, right? Because I'm big. I'm a big personality. If I'm telling a story, someone cuts me off, I'm going to take it back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's like a dance sometimes. Okay, there's a natural interjection, blah, blah, but I wasn't fucking done saying what I have to say. But I know for a lot of people, they get cut off and they'll just go quiet, right? I
do that sometimes, so I'll just be like,
yeah, and sometimes you're like, whatever, the story wasn't worth it. But for people who just feel like they can't battle out in the public square like that with all these competing personalities, they'll just go quiet, disappear, forget I said anything type of thing. And I hate that so
Yeah.
much. Not getting mad at those people, getting mad at people who aren't paying attention and aware when they've cut someone off. And because we all do it, you know, this conversation overlaps. All of us are thinking of the thing that we're going to say next when someone is saying something. But you have to be aware of like, oh, you know what, actually, sorry, I cut you off on that. Or to be somebody, if you see someone get cut off, direct it back to their story. Because not everybody is going to be able to, you know, do it for themselves. And I think it's just a good practice when you're in a social setting. You know, it makes you a better conversationalist, and people notice that stuff.
Not cutting people off is something that I have to actively practice, because what happens is if you have ADHD, sometimes you'll be talking to somebody and they'll say something and you have something to contribute to what they said. And you have this, it's like a boiling feeling of, if I don't chip in to what they just said with the thing that I just thought of right now, I'm going to miss my window and then the world will end. You know what I mean?
I'm going to die.
It's like I'll think like you'll say something and I'll be like, oh, I have something to say off of what you said. And it's so hard to wait until you come to a pause to contribute. And I'm trying to get better at it, but I notice my whole life I've always been kind of like, if I think of something, it's like, it's right here. And I'm like, I need to say it. I need to tell them. They need to know the thing that I'm going to contribute to this conversation. And then if the window passes and I didn't say it, I'm fine, but I still feel like, fuck, like I didn't say the thing. And this is like going to contribute to the conversation so much.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, it really is. It's like music. It's a dance. So I don't think it should be something where it goes, okay, I talk and then you talk. And let me give you an example of this. Kim Kardashian and Khloe Sevigny. I think it's Sevigny.
Oh, so not Khloe, her sister Khloe.
No. It's Kim Kardashian and Khloe Sevigny.
Okay.
So they did an Actors on Actors. I know what you're thinking. Huh? Kim Kardashian did Variety's Actors on Actors? Oh. Yes. And there were some really fucking funny moments. But one thing that I noticed and that I was pointing out to people on stream when we were watching it, I said, look at Kim. Kim never does anything that feels off the cuff. She never does anything that feels natural. Yeah. Everything is rehearsed. Yes. Everything is practiced. Yes. It is planned down to a T, right? So in this conversation, you could see Khloe speaks, Kim's waiting her turn, and then Kim gives an answer that felt prepared. Yes. That felt very Kim Kardashian. And then Khloe would speak again, and then Kim would wait and then give her answer. And it felt so unnatural. It's because Chris is
in her ear.
It's because Chris was having tech problems. She's like,
right. She's like wiring in. So that's Kim is processing and she goes, wait a minute.
She's like, okay. Yes, what I like in movies.
Yeah. Like, you know, when you watch the news and then they say like, hey, Amanda, how's the weather? And Amanda goes, it's
Thanks
great, Jim.
So much, Jim.
That's what happens. But in Kim Kardashian, they cut it out. So it goes like, Kim, like, how is it, you know, walking around the house with your giant piles of money in your pockets? And she goes,
nobody wants to get off their ass and work
exactly.
anymore.
But there's like a couple minute pause where Chris is actually calculating the best answer there.
Yeah.
The devil works hard, but
Chris is out with her glasses like this. Anyway, so that's a perfect example of how, okay, here's somebody who is doing what might on paper be considered polite in a conversation where you talk, I talk. You talk, I talk. It was so unnatural. It was so wooden, and it was a terrible conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of famous people, have you seen the news with Drake?
No.
He is, he's a petty soy bitch.
Yeah.
He's a little soy bitch.
bitch.
And
the one good thing coming from this whole Drake Kendrick bullshittery is I have forgot what Drake's dick looks like.
Now I'm remembering what Drake's dick looks like. Thanks.
We forgot. We saw his hog.
Yeah, and I forgot about it until you just said that
he was running through the 6 with that hose. and then it was just. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
That's okay. It's okay. You know whose dick I haven't forgotten is Calvin Harris's. Do you remember when that dick leaked?
Nope.
It was huge.
I missed that one.
You missed that one?
Yeah.
I think this is when he was dating Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the news. Drake has initiated legal action against Universal Music Group and Spotify on the grounds that he is not less popular than Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
And so surely
Popular.
there was a scheme. There was a scheme of the highest level to elevate Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
Was the scheme people just enjoyed listening to
no,
it?
it's not possible.
No.
According to Drake.
God forbid.
So here's the thing. He already lost in the court of public opinion, and now he's like, I'm going to go lose in an actual court.
Can you imagine like a judge is like deems him less
Can you imagine?
popular?
Drake is, it's not an official, it's not a full lawsuit yet. It's what's called a pre-action petition. So basically, it's a procedure under New York law that aims to secure information before filing a lawsuit.
Okay. So it's like the pre-cum of a lawsuit. Got it.
Yeah, it's the pre-cum of a lawsuit. And his attorneys are accusing UMG of violating RICO. You might not know what RICO is, but have you seen Batman Begins?
Yes.
You know no, it's The Dark Knight. You know when Rachel and Harvey they've arrested like what's his name, Falcone, and all the thugs.
Yeah.
So Harvey goes, in a RICO case, if you can charge one of them with a felony, and then Rachel goes, you can charge all of them. That's great. Oh, and then she storms out. Do you remember that scene?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. That's how a lot of us learned about what fucking RICO is.
Perfect.
Okay. So RICO, which is commonly associated with like mobsters being all tried together, but also Young Thug was recently he took a plea deal in a 2-year RICO case. Anyway, so Drake's attorneys are alleging deceptive business practices and false advertising, and basically saying that they did a lot of illegal schemes.
I love that if that's how it's worded.
I
think that is a little bit suspicious, and we'd like to see him behind bars.
We think that Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us could not possibly have been as popular as it was. We are hereby declaring RICO.
And Drake's like, actually, he kind of hurt my feelings.
They not like us. But in this case, they not like us. Us being Drake. A UMG spokesperson has denied the allegations and said the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear.
Not Like Us is nominated for a Grammy. Or sorry, Grammy.
Yeah.
Grammy, yeah.
Yeah. And him and his team are saying...
Treachery! Debauchery! I want parlay. I don't know. They're pirates now.
Parlay. This is a funny part of the story. So in one part of the claim, the petition claims that UMG paid Apple to have its voice assistant feature Siri purposefully misdirect users to Kendrick's song. So if you asked Siri, hey Siri, play Certified Lover Boy, which is Drake's song, Siri would instead play Not Like Us, which contains the lyric Certified Pedophile, which is like the lyric, right?
Uh-huh.
And Drake's team is alleging that Spotify and Universal Music Group paid Apple to do this.
Should I try it?
You should try it.
Hey Siri, play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify.
Is Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar on Spotify. Psst, I see dead people.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay. That's crazy.
Okay, here's what I will say. Multiple things could be true here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be the case that bots or whatever the hell else you can use to artificially inflate your numbers. Like, yeah, that happens. You know, this isn't out of the question. There is a possibility. There's a possibility that some element of this is true, right? But that doesn't mean that Drake is not a bitch boy.
Yeah, yes. I think anybody who maybe didn't think that he was now definitely does.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the court to say, I think I was more popular.
Yeah.
So we are introducing a new segment that is called the Let Me Know segment, since that is the name of the podcast, so it makes sense. The way that this is going to work is every episode, Caroline is going to let me know about something that I probably wouldn't have come across, and I'm going to let her know about something maybe she hadn't come across, and we're going to just update each other on what our sides of the internet look like, because they are a little different.
Yeah,
Even though they're similar, they are a little bit different.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
okay.
What do you got to let me know?
Do you know the pictures of Nicole Kidman from 2001 where the legend has it that she was leaving her divorce attorney's office after her divorce with Tom Cruise had been finalized? She's wearing a pink top, green pants. She's got her old red curly hair, and she's in the sunshine looking, I cannot describe using any word other than jubilant.
Oh.
She is the picture of joy, just like,
Wow.
You've never seen these photos?
No, but I need to look it up right now.
Okay, you need to look these photos up. So that's the description for audio listeners. Like, it is legendary. It's now
No,
used,
I haven't seen
it's
this.
now used whenever anyone wants to describe the happiest moment of their life, or whenever someone wants to describe like a feeling of pure elation.
This is the exact opposite of that photo of Ben Affleck with the cigarette.
Yes. Yin yang.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So these photos come out in 2001, which is the same year that Nicole and Tom got divorced after 11 years of marriage.
Right.
And word on the street is that Scientology is what broke them up. Was the final, cough in the nail. Although Nicole, who's famously very cagey, doesn't speak at all about her marriage to Tom Cruise, has said like, I have nothing but love for Tom, and describes it as, I was so young when we got married. They got married in 1990. And anyway, they have 2 adopted kids. I think they have 2 adopted kids. And it's kind of sad because I think they don't, one of them at least does not talk to Nicole, and she's deep in Scientology. Yeah. Anyway, there's a whole lot that happened there that I don't think we will ever know the full story of. But anyway, so these pictures go, I mean, we didn't have viral at the time, but you know what I mean, right? And for the past 23 years they've been cemented in pop culture history. There was a woman who got divorced herself, and at her divorce party, everybody wore shirts with this picture of Nicole, and then that went viral. That happened like a couple years ago on Twitter. So it is like if you say to me, how's your day? And I say, Nicole Kidman leaving her divorce attorney's office kind of day.
I know that
you know
it was
exactly what that
10
means. That it is like,
that's how I feel when I take my bra off after a long day.
That's that feeling, right? It's just elation.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop you.
Yes.
Nothing can bring you down.
It is a powerful photo I can relate to that photo specifically in that context.
But here's why I'm mentioning it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So for 23 years, the world has believed that these photos were, as I just described, right? And they have been, they've been a really important part of many of our lives.
Yes.
Nicole Kidman recently, in an interview, came out and said that those photos are misrepresented, that people are wrong. And she said, no, that was not me leaving my divorce attorney's office. That was a movie. But I think she's lying.
She just wanted to squash them. Like she said, it was a picture from a movie.
She said those were from a movie that I was filming.
Is anybody able to find?
I don't know if anyone has pulled this up yet, but it's one of those where I didn't even want to look any further when I saw her in this interview saying, "Oh no, well she's Australian. No.
Is she?
Yes. You didn't know she's Australian?
I don't think I've ever heard her talk not in a movie.
Yeah. She's always got some non-Australian accent going on.
Yeah.
She said, nar.
As they do.
These photos are not, they're not after I got my divorce.
You're going British.
I know, I did go British, I know. I feel devastated by this because I do think she's lying.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she would do this after 23 years. Why she's trying to change the narrative.
Yeah, I don't know.
On what I consider to be the greatest I just got divorced from a crazy man photos of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what if that picture of Ben Affleck with the cigarette, somebody was like, he comes out and he's like, actually, I was on set and I was having a great day that day.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no,
you're lying.
Yeah, I think we get to reject the information.
I think we get to reject it. I don't think that you get
that photo's ours now. That picture of Nicole Kidman, that's ours now.
That photo belongs to the internet.
My culture, she can't change history on it. Like, first of all, I just want to say, as a divorced person, the fact that you haven't sent me that photo once is appalling.
I can't believe you don't know those photos.
Nobody gave me a cake with that photo on it. Nobody gave me a t-shirt with that on it.
Because I met you after the divorce.
Yes.
If I had known you during the divorce,
you would have got me.
I would have gotten you a cake with that on it.
You would have bought me that outfit.
I would have gotten you that. I would have shown up with that outfit, given you a matching outfit, and we would have recreated it.
That's true.
Because that is how iconic and legendary it is.
I've never seen it until this moment. That's crazy. It's part of my culture.
All right, what you got for me? Let me know about.
As you do know,
okay.
We are going to the Game Awards.
We are going to the Game Awards,
which I'm really excited about.
And I am excited. You're excited.
So the Game Awards is for video games. We love video games. I really love video games. And so we're going to be going to the Game Awards, which is where they give awards to video games. And they also announce new video games that are coming out. It's very exciting. I will pressure you after we go. We are going to talk about it. And it's going to be exciting. And I hooked you because I said, last year, Timothee Chalamet and Matthew McConaughey were there.
You did hook me with that.
And you were like, oh, it's so fun. And I went to the Game Awards last year and Timothee Chalamet came on stage. Matthew McConaughey came on stage. Kojima and Jordan Peele came on stage because they're doing a game together.
Yes, I did watch. I remember watching that clip.
Hunter Schafer is going to be in it. And that is going to be an interesting game because Kojima always has he does some wacky stuff. And so they usually will have like A-list celebrities come out and like announce the awards, which is like kind of funny to like watch them because you know that they have
no idea.
Probably no idea what they're talking about. They had
what do you think Timothee Chalamet plays?
Who do I think he plays?
What's a game that he think he would play?
Do you know about his Xbox YouTube channel?
No.
I'm changing my segment now. We're pivoting.
Okay.
So, my Let Me Know segment was going to be about the Game Awards. I'm now pivoting because you need to know about modded controller 360.
What?
So Timothee Chalamet, before he was a A-list actor known for Little Women, known for Willy Wonka, known for a sex scene that I keep seeing on Twitter. I'm not really sure what movie
Call Me
it's
by
from.
Your Name.
There we go.
Before he was Lisan Al Gaib.
There we go. Before he was Lisan Al Gaib.
Okay, was this before or after he was giving girls chlamydia at NYU?
Before.
Okay.
I hope.
Maybe same time.
Or else we've got some lawyers to talk to. So, Timothee Chalamet had a YouTube channel called Modded Controller 360. And it was a YouTube channel where he would customize Xbox controllers and show them off. And he's been, people have asked him about it in interviews and stuff. And he says, yes, it's him. I'm not sure if this is the original channel or if this is like a channel that people are uploading to, because this channel has the 3 videos, but they were uploaded 9 months ago. And this is like years older. So it might have been like, this is a channel somebody made to just make sure that it was online. Anyways, so
I see how he ended up a star in Hollywood.
So he never showed his face in the videos. He would just post videos of him showing these modded controllers that were like, you know, painted different colors and modded to look cool. And then he would sell them. So like he says that he sold like one of these for like $30 or something like that. So somebody's out there with a modded custom Xbox controller.
How did people discover it was him?
I think it had to do with his hands. I remember watching an interview, literally. Okay, so here's like a photo. So this is in 2021. There's like a Vice article that says, "Is this Timothee Chalamet's Xbox modding YouTube channel an investigation?" So there's a picture of like him, and he's got like a scar on his finger, and then he's got the same scar on this finger, like in the video.
That's crazy.
And so, anyways, people figured out that it was him, and they asked him about it in an interview, and he was like, "Yeah, that was mine."
I wonder if the same could be said for my boobs that are now famous. Do you think people would be like,
"Yeah, well, they do pan to your face eventually, so they may be
but
like,
if it was
I know
just
that."
The boobs,
they would be like, "I know those
they'd be
bazongas.
like, hold on a second.
I know those bazongas." So Timothee Chalamet is a renowned gamer in the gaming industry for his modded controller Xbox 360.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that is my Let Me Know segment.
Wow.
That started with us going to the Game Awards, which we will talk about. But it has pivoted into Timothee Chalamet's
Call me by your Xbox 360 modded
Call me by
controller.
your gamer tag.
Yeah. And speaking of life coming at you fast, you finally watched a movie that came out almost
1995.
30 years ago.
1995, right?
1995. The year that this is your birth year.
Yeah.
And you finally watched what I would consider one of the all-time teen comedies.
Yep.
And also just films.
Yep.
I think I would put
It's so quotable.
It's so quotable. It is so classic.
Mm-hmm.
Holds up. I think I would call this one of the movies of all time. And that movie is
Clueless.
Clueless. As if
we did the thing.
we did
the thing.
And we're going to be talking about it and other things on the Patreon episode.
Yeah. So the link will be in the description. This is our first Patreon episode. And we are going to give it a good go. So we will be doing a film review of Clueless, me being somebody that just watched it for the first time.
Yeah.
Caroline's seen it however many times. And if you watched it, because we talked about it on our last episode, then maybe you have thoughts. And so if you want to listen to that, and we will be talking shit on the Patreon, subscribe to that.
Yeah.
And we will see you over there. But for everybody that is watching on YouTube and Spotify and wherever else, thank you so much for joining episode 4 of the Let Me Know podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and all of the other things. Also, by the time you hear this, you will have a little bit of time. We are going to be on the stage for Sad Boys show at the Dynasty Typewriter.
Dynasty Typewriter.
It sounds like a
kitschy
crazy
little
theater.
place in Los Angeles. We're doing a Let Me Know Sad Boys crossover. The Let Me Know Girlies and the Sad Boys.
Yeah, so I don't know by the time you see this if there are still tickets available, but we have posted it on our Twitter page. So if you're interested, if you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to watch us live with Jarvis and Jordan, who are awesome, Sad Boys Podcast is great. I think that you will enjoy the mashup. Then head over there, check and see if there's tickets available, and you can come watch.
Otherwise,
we'll
see you later.
Bye.
Peace.
Move. Body.